seeks, contact with me, and through her, I just know that we're going to be in heaven together. So it gives me another, chance to bounce back and to live for other people. And everybody that's touched my life that's in this room, I just can't, tell you, what it means when you're surrounded in darkness, not to feel, like the light's going to go out, like you're going to get snuffed out, like it says in Proverbs. But we're in our leadership meeting today, and Pastor Mike was reading out of his book, and was, the profound thing that stood out to me, and Josh just said it when he was in here in another way when I was saying goodbye, is, is waiting on God and how important that is. And, it was something to the effect that the only worst thing that there is to not, to not waiting on God is to wish that you had. And I think that was my downfall the whole time. And it says for January 6th, and utmost was highest, which I read a lot, just stood out to me. It said, worship is giving God the best He has given you. Be careful what you do with the best that you have. And he's speaking from verse Genesis 12:8, which says, and he pitched his tent, having Bethel in the west and Hay on the east, and there he was building an altar. And as he describes it, which I think describes the situation that's transformed me in this area of my life and this time that I've been here, is whenever you get a blessing from God, give it back to Him as a love gift. Take time to meditate before God before you offer the blessing back to Him as a deliberate act of worship. If you hoard a thing for yourself, it will turn into a spiritual dry rot, as the manna did when it was hoarded. God will never let you hold a spiritual thing for yourself. It has to be given back to Him that He may have blessings to others. And when I got here, I got so many blessings that I felt blessed by God from that, and it gave me a desire that we all have an equal share of grace, and that I shouldn't hold that back. And that's what transformed my heart to feeling like I was over with and I was done, to with God's grace, I'm not. With God's love, I'm not. I can give that. I never had anything myself. Bethel is a symbol of communion with God, and Ai is a symbol of the world. Abraham pitched his tent between the two. The measure of the worth of the public activity for God and the private, profound communion we have with Him. Rush is wrong every time, and there is always plenty of time to worship God. Quiet days with God may be a snare. We have to pinch our tents when we shall always be quiet times with God. However noisy our times are with the world that they may be. And I love this part. There are not three stages in spiritual life. There are three stages in spiritual life. Worship, waiting, and work. And that sums up in 3 words what U-turn is every day. Some of us go to jump like spiritual frogs. We jump from worship, and then we jump to waiting, and waiting to work. God's idea is that the 3 should go together, and they were always together in the life of our Lord. He was unhasting and unresting. It is a discipline. We cannot get into it all at once. And I wasn't able to do anything like that. I did it in part, and I did it half-heartedly, and I got some I can because it takes more than me to do that. And I watched other people do that by working with their families and working with others, and seeing people at the California ranch, and how that operates, is truly amazing. And to be around all these Christians, I'm just severely honored that I'm not dead, and I can share a few words with others and perhaps be here to inspire it. But like Jess was asking me what I do now that I graduate, and I said the same thing I did yesterday. It's just wait on God, and I don't have to worry about that today. And that's where I made my mistake last time, is I thought I graduated instead of continuing, I guess, and as Phil said. But thank you all. I love you all.